Welcome to Lifted Up Ministries with me, Charles. I'm no pastor, I'm no nothing. You know the slogan by now. Without any waste of time, let's go to the Word of God and hear what God is saying today. 2 Corinthians chapter 12, verse 9 until 10. Each time he said, "My grace is all you need. My power works best in weaknesses." So now I'm glad to boast about my weaknesses, so that the power of Christ can work through me. That is why I take pleasure in my weaknesses and in the insults, hardships, persecution, and troubles that I suffer for Christ. For when I am weak, then I am strong. For when I am weak, then I am strong, because I understand, as Paul, there's a certain grace that God gives at that particular moment. For when I am weak, that's when I know I am at my strongest. Do you know that when you are at your weakest, that's where you are strong? But if you are looking with your natural eyes to see with your natural eyes whether you are strong or weak, you will fail. But if you look with your spiritual eyes, then you will know, in my weaknesses I am the strongest. In my weaknesses I am capable to achieve more than I can comprehend. In my weaknesses I can move situations, because I understand the power of God that resides within me, because I know in God I trust. All things are possible. Do you know? Do you take pleasure in your weaknesses? Do you take pleasure in your weaknesses? I understand most of us, we do not want to experience weak moments, or we don't want to talk about our weakest moment, but then that's when we are actually strong. For Paul said, God's grace is sufficient enough for me in my weaknesses, because this is where I draw my strength from, because I am glad to experience such moments of weaknesses, because God gives me the grace to actually be strong. That's what I'm saying to you. It does not matter what are your weaknesses. Recognize your weaknesses, but use your weaknesses as an opportunity for you to be able to grow from where you are and propel yourself to the next level. But you should not forget some of the things, like reading the word of the living God, like praying to God on daily basis. God, personally, me, you know, sometimes I do forget, and sometimes things get the better of me. But God, I want you to know I am constantly trying and being in your will. God, let your power that works within me be the one that helps me in my weaknesses, for me to actually see that I am strong. There is nothing that can defeat me. When you are weak, that's when you are actually strong. I can't do a lengthy sermon on this, but we are going to talk about it. I'm just doing a small thing for today, but I'm still going to come and speak about this more and more. Lifted Up Ministries.